Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Tonight we'll be using frankincense, incense. I do have a beeswax candle, beeswax, which I will be anointing with rosemary oil. I also have this Stream of Success mist. I don't have too much of it left, but I do have enough. So I'm going to start out by lighting the candle. Get it good and anointed, anointed, anointed. I really like the scent of rosemary oil. If you grow tired of peppermint, it's a good replacement for peppermint. And just focus here on the flame, focus on the flame, focus on it, focus on it. Let it sit there for a minute. I want it to be good and stuck down so we don't get any surprises. Funny surprises during the video, right? That seems to be a good, sufficiently amount stuck. Alright. And just watch the flame. Watch the flame, watch the flame if you would like. Start to set your intention for the abundance super manifestation ritual. What is it that you would like to bring into your life? Our next full moon is going to be in Scorpio, and it's going to be April 26th. Just a few days ago, we had the new moon in Aries. So the new moon in Aries is reflections on the self and how you would like for things to be in your life, how you want things to be. And moving into the Scorpio full moon, that is going to be a great time for bringing secrets out into the light. So there are a few things that you can focus on during this time, during the time of the waxing moon. Let's go ahead and do our smoke cleansing. Smoke cleansing. Smoke cleansing. Alright, here we go. Use the candle to light the incense. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, just relax. Just relax and allow the smoke to wash over you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Release all of the stressful information about your life that has accumulated over the past day, week, or month. Just let go of it. Let go of it. Let go of it. And we will exercises also. So while you are bathing in this beautiful and soft frankincense smoke, bathing in the soft and beautiful frankincense smoke, if you would take some very deep breaths, and this part is not going to be super guided. I'm just going to allow you and your personal lung capacity to dictate the amount of air that you take in, but I'm going to take some deep breaths also so we can do this together. Beautiful, beautiful. And get one more deep breath in, and then when you blow out, I want you to just release all of the tension that's in your body. Just release any tension and stress you might be holding on to. Alright? And let it all go. Great. Perfect. Perfect. And I will smoke my frankincense smoke over these fluorite crystals that I will be using for the guided meditation. There we go. There we go. And I am taking any particular requests. If there's something that you would like to cover specifically in this guided meditation. But I'm also going to pull some cards from the Aquarian Tarot. It's a very astounding and beautifully designed deck. And I will be using it for this part of the abundance super manifestation ritual tonight. send your intentions. And if there are any questions that you want to have answered at this time, you can include that as part of your intention. Alright, so now I have 3 stacks of 5 cards apiece. Our first narrative, we have the King of Cups in reverse. This is somebody allowing their emotional states to control their life. The Nine of Pentacles, there could be a good deal of financial success and freedom here, however. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, but not quite where you'd like to be. The Ten of Cups is here, so it could be that there is an ending to an emotional cycle. Now, this doesn't have to be a breakup, but it can be a breakup, even though it's the Ten of Cups. It could be an amicable breakup. That all of the emotional situations have been resolved. That's the most important part. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse also here. So there could be an end coming to all of these stressors. And fan the incense up a little bit. In the second part of the story, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning to some kind of business, or it could be new money coming in some way. We have this very mysterious and somewhat sinister looking Page of Wands in the reverse. There's a new creative start that could be happening, but is not possibly. Or the Ace of Pentacles is like a new beginning in business, but then the Page of Wands being the energy and creativity behind that is just not there. We have the Knight of Swords in the upright, and the Knight of Swords upright is very invested in promoting the truth at all costs. Not just his truth, but any truth in general. The Eight of Wands is an ending. The Three Three of Wands is an ending also. So what we have here with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands is that there will be a resolution to something, and possibly that some kind of energy which you have put out into the world will be returning to you. Returning to you. There's a lot of truth in it, but it kind of lacks passion. Lacks passion. So you could have been putting quite a bit of energy into something, and now the passion is fading from it. But the business is finally taking off. And here we have the last part of the story. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse. This could be the ending of an argument. We have the Justice card reversed, so an argument could be ending, but it could still be a very unjust situation. We do have Temperance coming in though, and Temperance is not just about balance, but also about the art of balancing things in your life, the art of moderation, the finesse. Oh, thank you, Sid, and thank you for coming. We have the Ace of Cups, which is a new emotional beginning. So we had the Ten of Cups in the first grouping of cards, and the Ace of Cups will then be a new emotional beginning coming after the end of a different emotional cycle. And finally, we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles has to do with charity, being able to give freely to others. When it's reversed, sometimes it can be receiving charity yourself, but usually when the Six of Pentacles is in the upright, this is about loaning somebody money, or it could be about giving someone money or resources. So far, I think this meditation is going to focus on bringing passion and creativity into your life. I am going to pull a handful more of cards. And from this handful of cards, thus solidify what the guided meditation will cover tonight. Alright, so we have the Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor in the reverse. It looks like there will be a situation of tyranny ending and fortune turning in your favor. I don't think there will be a problem with the truth. I think we will want to make sure that the situation is just, and we will also want to make sure Sorry, I'm flopping the cards around over here. And the Four of Pentacles, building up your reserves for the future. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I think then that I have everything I need to get started. If you have a beverage, I invite you to make sure you're staying hydrated. And we can get started on this guided meditation. Very nice, very soft. It has a very pleasant aroma of cedar wood and red mandarin, and it blends really well with the frankincense. So, in order to get the energy that you're going to need, we're going to obtain that energy from the sun. The sun will be entering the sign of Taurus soon. But for the time being, it's still in Aries. Aries being very associated with the self and with beginnings. Very good for financial and emotional beginnings. But also remember that on the astrological wheel, Aries is in opposition to Libra, so that might be why we see that Justice card coming out in the reverse. Hi Connie, thank you for coming. It's okay, I don't often know what day it is either. It's just like that sometimes. But I'm glad that you made it here. So we're going to travel out into outer space and approach the very sun itself. In order to reach the sun, however, it's a very perilous journey, and we have to be very careful, because it's easy to get burned up by the sun rather than obtaining the energy that we need. So, your mental fortitude must be immaculate, 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 immaculate. You also must prepare yourself. I'm very sorry. I think my neighbor just slammed the door. you have to insulate your body. Insulate from the heat so that only the energy can pass through. So before we leave Earth, we are going to insulate ourselves in different layers of energy. And this energy will keep us from being burned and consumed by the sun. And then the energy which passes through that auric field will come to us from the sun, and we will not be burned up. So in order to do that, I want you to start by visualizing within your chest a glowing, pure white sphere. And you are going to visualize this sphere growing. And you don't have to use your own energy for this. I want you to reach out into the universe, to the divine source, and that divine white light come in and feed that sphere and allow it to grow. Allow that sphere of light to grow and expand and envelop you, and grow out and out and out. And now you can basically go anywhere that you desire in time and space instantaneously, because you are encapsulated in this sphere of divine white light energy. So we're going to approach the sun over here from far out in space. We're going to start out as far away as possible near the planet of Pluto. Now remember that Pluto has been in Capricorn for the past year or so, and will be actually retrograding very soon. But this Pluto energy, we're going to start allowing that to seep in to the divine white light sphere, and this will impregnate and strengthen that auric field of energy, so that as we approach the sun, we will not be burned. We will only be absorbing the energy of the sun in a way that benefits us. Just imagine what that energy coming from Pluto might look like. It's an energy of death. It's an energy of transitions also. Energy of death and transitions, and death and transitions. A very primitive and old energy. Sometimes the god of the underworld was originally the god of the world above, and when he became old and passed away, then became the god of the underworld, and such may well have been the case of Pluto. Welcome, Jared. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it's me. This energy could be sticky, it could be ropey, it could be dark like a gray cloud. Just envision it coming in. feel like you have enough energy from Pluto, we are going to drift through space until we reach the planet of Neptune. Neptune is a very introspective, very spiritual planet, very watery energy. So as you approach Neptune, start to absorb that energy into your essence. Absorb it into your essence. Now, this Neptune energy could be blue, it could be very watery. Just depends on how you envision it. Oh, wonderful, Jared. Then you're very well suited to this meditation. It will play to your strengths. Absorb that Neptune energy. Allow it to come in. And I'm just going to, like someone would take a felting needle, and they stab the little piece that they're working on, and it causes that felt to take shape. So I'm just going to gently, of course, gently stab the energy into place. And by doing this, I am strengthening that auric field for you. Wonderful. All right. And now we will be approaching the planet of Uranus. And Uranus is also a very old man. This energy has to do with the iconoclast, the archetype of the iconoclast, someone who does not fit in, someone who is not making themselves to be comfortably slotted into the archetypes and the status quo of everyday life. And as you approach Uranus, allow that energy to come into you. Allow that energy to flow into you from the planet. And it can look however you want it to look. This live session will be available on my YouTube channel for you to watch later. Yes. It could be orange. It could be like a flowing stream of dollar bills coming into you, if that's how you choose to represent it. It could be like a soft pink foam. It could be like cotton candy. And again, I'm just going to take my crystal here, and I'm just going to felt that into your energy. And so now it's really starting to take shape here. And I can tell that you will be well imbued to witness the glory of our solar system's sun, of the solar system's sun. Sorry, that was a little harsh with the felting. I got a little aggressive with the felting there. Just to smooth it out. The next planet, as we move through the solar system closer and closer closer and closer to the sun will be Saturn. And now Saturn has rings around it. Saturn has rings. I believe Uranus has a ring also. But Saturn is a very old man. Saturn is the father of time. So any kind of established energy, Saturn can also be a very protective energy, which will be good for approaching the sun. The color of Saturn is black. So that Saturnian energy could be like a very sticky kind of a resin. It could be like sap, like pitch. Allow it to flow into your auric field. And remember that at the core of all this is that ball of divine white light emanating out from your chest and also being fed by the divine energy. And blended with these other energies of the universal bodies of our solar system that we will be visiting one by one. So now, oh yes, that's very sticky, but it will harden as we continue our trip, and it will make a hard shell, but we are going to want to blend it in so that the energy doesn't get too brittle, because the idea is that you're going to want to blend it a little bit with those Neptunian and those Plutonian and those Uranian energies, so that it is a little more malleable but still quite tough. So there we go. And just allow those energies to come in. Allow the energies to come in. Wonderful. The next planet that we will be visiting is the planet of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the king of all the gods and has very much to do with wealth and prosperity and expansion. All of these things which will be coming in for you in the near future, right? According to the reading which we did not too long ago. So envision how that looks coming into you. It could be like having someone throw a pocket change at you. It could be a sea of grapes inundating and washing over you, and this energy then coming into your sphere and blending all around with the other energies that are already a part of that sphere. And so we're just going to be belting that into place with this beautiful fluorite crystal. And I'll try not to get too aggressive this time, because the grapes can get squished and then they get very mushy. That's only if that's how you envision that energy coming in. It could be like applesauce. It could be like a delicious marzipan. You could imagine it coming in like marzipan. It could be very delicious. It could be very savory. It could be like tahini. The sacred sesame seeds. Sacred sesame seeds. Sacred sesames. Sacred we are crossing the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars. And I'm actually going to use my other fluorite crystal. This one is purple and green for the inner planets. And we are almost circled back around to our home planet. Well, I'm not a girl, Jared. That's half of your answer. I am none of binary. Alright. So we're getting closer to Mars. Mars can be a very aggressive energy, very aggressive. So be a little bit careful because it's spicy, hot Mars energy. So it could be like having spearheads thrown at you. It could be like bullets. It could be like hot lava. It could be like hot sauce. It could be like cayenne pepper coming in. And I'm going to be very gentle this time because it's going to be very spicy. This Mars energy is very spicy, but it'll be good because it'll temper everything and make it much easier for the energy of the sun to imbue your sphere without harming you. Beautiful. And now we're going to get to Earth and we're going to rest for just a minute. But don't let your guard down. Your sphere is still going to be in place. Yes, it does feel like branding a little bit. And we're going to take some deep breaths, get a little bit grounded, and prepare for the home stretch of our journey. So if you want to get a drink of water, it's very important to stay hydrated. Very important. All right. And if you're ready, sorry. Wonderful. All right. Let's move on to the planet Venus. Which is a very loving energy, can also have to do with abundance and finances and money. Not in the same way as Jupiter, but very similar. So this energy could be pink, it could be soft, it could be orange, it could be money, it could be ones and zeros. You could see it as ones and zeros coming into your field, just bombarding you with these ones and zeros, bombarding you with dollar signs, bombarding you with Valentine's Day chocolate. Hi, Hez. Thank you for coming. Bombarding you with love, the love bomb, the ultimate love bomb. And just allow that to enter your auric field and surround you. And it's going to come into this sphere that you've built up around yourself. And now you have quite a cocoon. into shape. And then I'm going to use the fluorite crystal and just gently continue the felting process. And now at this point you will realize that the energies which are closer to you are the energies of the outer planets, and the energies that are closer to the sun that will be protecting you as your outer layer are going to be the interplanetary energies. So now we're getting to the planet of Mercury. Sorry, I was drinking seltzer. The planet Mercury has to do with communication, has to do with the intellect, the intellectual powers, and also has to do with medicine. I love your beautiful planets and shooting stars, Frater. And so now you could imagine Mercury shooting rays at you from the caduceus wand if you wanted to. Or you can imagine Mercury itself, Quicksilver, imbuing your protective field and making it shimmer. Quicksilver is a very kind of a oily metal. And just allow it to surround you. We're almost there, we're almost ready. Felting these energies into place. Perfect, beautiful, wonderful. Great job. And now we are going to stand right in front of the sun. We're going to stand right in front of the sun and allow its rays to wash over you. Allow its rays to cover you. Allow its rays to burn away the outer layers of this cocoon, but still it burns strong. Still your fortification holds, and you can feel energy now, pure, safe, radiant energy imbuing you and being pulled into your very essence of self. And this energy is what you are going to need to fulfill all of the tasks set before you that will be coming up. And just allow yourself to sit in those energies. Sit in those energies and absorb them. Absorb these energies. Absorb the energies. Let them come in. And now, as the sun burns through the layers of your protective field, those layers, through the process of calcination, then are taken in by the body, and all of these energies are compounded into the self. And I'm just going to help you by fluffing these things up, fluffing it up. We're just going to fluff everything up as it gets absorbed so that it doesn't get too compacted as it's being pulled into your essence, because that could cause little blockages and clogs. Blockages and clogs and blockages. All right, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful. You're all doing a great job. You're doing just fantastic. And now you will have the energy that you need to carry forward with all of these brand new situations and plans that will be unfolding for you in the weeks ahead. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's take some deep breaths together. Breathe in and hold, and breathe out. And breathe in and hold and exhale. And breathe in and hold and exhale. Breathe in, hold, and let it go. And breathe in. And this will be our last one, okay? Hold for a little bit. Transmogrify and transmute the rest of that energy into yourself so that it has all been absorbed. And let it go.